Your hopefulness drives my hopelessness. The optimistic, brave, preserving warrior that you described being deep within my soul is dead. I am alone with immense, unfathomable thoughts and feelings of worthlessness that you further feed me with your unrealistic expectations of me, blowing glitzy rainbow bubbles into my abyss of pain with your plethora of positive affirmations, tough love, and indoctrinating prayers.
Trigger warning: suicidal ideation and self-harm are mentioned in this video.
So, let's get back to the article. Please be gentle with those of us who suffer from depression, whether it is to address urgent matters or when reintroducing us. Skipping the page. When reintroducing us to various activities we were once deeply enthusiastic about, as it is easily to put some of us back into a downward spiral. Always openly communicate to avoid putting us in a peculiar situation. There should be ongoing communication, since the effects of treatment and our state of recovery may not be stable during that time. Recovering is not recovered. So one of the symptoms I experience is called ahedonia, which is the inability to do a lot of things that I once did, like a lot of things that I used to take part in, like things that I was once interested in and enthusiastic about. I no longer feel any zeal, any enthusiasm, and it's just hard. Like doing YouTube became hard, difficult. As you can see, I disappeared for a couple of years. So, like drawing, writing can just become very difficult. Even school, like it's hard to keep up because I'm like doing something that I have no interest and feel no zeal, no color. It's like living in a colorful world, but you're seeing everything in black and white. Like it's very difficult. So let's continue. So in this article, I have some little poems and prose that I slip in a couple of areas. So I'm gonna read the prose that comes after. Gaslight. Your hopefulness drives my hopelessness. The optimistic, brave, persevering warrior that you described being deep within my soul is dead. I am alone with intense, unfathomable thoughts and feelings of worthlessness that you further feed with your unrealistic expectations of me, blowing glitzy rainbow bubbles into my abyss of pain with your plethora of positive affirmations, tough love, and indoctrinating prayers. So that's how I felt at one point, and I wrote that, and I just wrote that. Yeah. So that's part of the article, but yeah, I slipped in prose and poems here and there because it's actually an anthology. Like different things that I was feeling or not feeling, I just wrote them when I could. And now it's this big, beautiful article. So let me continue. Avoid taking on the mantle of someone's psychologist, psychiatrist, medical doctor, or bush doctor, herbalist slash organic doctor. If you are not a certified practitioner, please stop fighting and arguing with individuals who are already struggling with the effects of major depression. I recommend using I statements rather than telling those suffering what to do. For instance, go to the gym and exercise to stop depression. You do not want to get better and you are hindering your own progress. Versus saying, I go to the gym 3 times weekly because it helped me to significantly reduce my depressive symptoms. Maybe it will or will not work for you. Feel free to try it or ask me questions about this experience. So use I statements. Don't like, you should this, you should that. Say, this is what I did and this was the results. Maybe it will work for you, maybe it won't work for you, but this is what worked for me. This is better than behaving like a psychologist, psychiatrist, or medical doctor or neuropathic doctor telling people do this, do that. You're not certified. We are all unique individuals who respond to treatment differently. Maybe art and journaling work for me and do not work for you. Maybe having a confidant to talk to works for you, but not for me. Yes, and we reach on one of my other prose that I slipped in this anthology. So this one is called Void. I am losing my powers, lack of focus, energy, and coordination. The temptation toward self-harming is high. I feel low as the feeling of worthlessness reigns on me. This will be a dark holiday. My medication is done. I am done trying with medication. I am done arguing. I am done arguing on the phone and online with absentees. Yeah, so I wrote this and it was during a time like a long holiday period coming up, a weekend holiday. And I didn't have access to medication. There wasn't much people showing up, like support, because showing up is support. So I didn't have that. I didn't have much of that. And I was so tired. Like, it literally says how I felt here. And like I was really, really, really tired, and I was tired of medication because none of the medications was really working. None of them was really working. So I was really tired, and it felt like, and I am losing my powers. It's like these medications have withdrawal effects. Like I feel like I experience withdrawal effects. Other people do. So these medications, antidepressants, are not things that should be stopped suddenly because of the withdrawal effects. It's not a good feeling. It feels terrible, and stopping suddenly can cause the medication not to work at all when we continue. So me losing my powers is like me losing all the coordination and the little focus that I had because I didn't have access to critical medication. So we're going to continue now. There are considerable ways non-professionals can help a person with major depression and other mental disorders. One way is to do research via reputable sources about the mental disorder. Be cognizant that not all information you will be exposed to is correct. It is important to read from multiple accredited sources and not to jump to conclusion after researching. So ensure that you read different sources and not just any foolish source that is not reputable online and then jump to conclusion. For example, I hear that jogging will cure depression or get rid of it, so you need to jog. No, it doesn't work. It doesn't work like that. So do proper research. Doing research is a way that people around who want to support can support. Instead of saying, do this, do that, blah, 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 use I statements and do some research. You're still not a doctor, but at least you're getting a bit more understanding of the challenges and the ailment that the person is dealing with. So ask in person how you can or may be able to support them. Many times people express their needs without directly stating what they need. This can be done by practicing active listening. Listen to comprehend rather than to respond. So listen to comprehend rather than to respond. Practice active listening. Avoid being a dictator of solutions and ask for consent before giving feedback. So don't be a dictator to say, I'm the one who don't have major depression and you're the one who have major depression, so I am more equipped to tell you what to do. I've experienced that uncountable times. Some of these people I have to block them because it does not help. It actually makes things a lot worse because it comes off very arrogant and narcissistic, because a lot of times these people don't do any research and speak as if they have a medical license, and like, I am the one who is well and healthy, so I can talk to you anyhow I want to talk to you. That doesn't work, and it doesn't help a person who is dealing with major depressive disorder or another mental disorder. And usually we state what we want. I usually state, hey, can you guys show up now and then? You don't have to come to my home, but I don't have to go to your home, but we could meet somewhere central from time to time. How about not saying, go do this and go do that, and versus saying, let's do this, let's do that. I think that is more inviting and it's more supportive. What do you guys think? Share in the comments below. Yes, and I read all the comments, so share in the comments. Hey friends, the anthology to support someone with major depressive disorder continues in part 3. Thanks for watching.